Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my review of Geostorm. Directed by Dean Devlin and starring Gerard Butler, Jim Sturgis, and Abby Cornish. Geostorm is a movie about a stream of satellites that have been created to help control the weather, because the way the world is right now, we have all these really massive earthquakes and tornadoes, tsunamis, all this sort of thing. So the world has come together to create this satellite system they call the Dutch Boy to stop this from happening, or to be able to control the weather patterns of the world. And of course, shit goes sideways, and this is what happens. So Geostorm. Now, you see me laughing a lot because this movie, here's the thing, I don't mind ridiculousness. I quite enjoy it when it works. For instance, Armageddon. Armageddon is a movie with a similar premise. Earth-ending kind of crap is happening. An asteroid is going to hit the Earth, so they send some guys up to save the world. And when you think about it, it's very stupid, because the people they send up are oil rig workers instead of astronauts. These people have no background whatsoever about being in space, and yet we're supposed to believe that they can save the world. But it works because, you know, it's over the top. The action is well shot. Michael Bay does explosions like no other. And with the actors involved, the chemistry they had, Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck and all these actors that was in that, everything kind of came together so that the movie was enjoyable enough that you could forget how ridiculous the premise is. But then you get Geostorm, a level of stupid that I can't stupid that much. I really can't, not unless I'm watching something like SpongeBob SquarePants. So my brain can't do that. And this movie, I'm gonna have to get into spoiler territory, because I don't normally do that. I don't ever talk spoilers when I'm talking a movie, but I just have to give you guys some examples of the dumbassery of this movie. Now, the movie looks good. It's a big budget flick, and it looks pretty good. Gerard Butler does Gerard Butler. The side players aren't really that interesting, but everybody does what they have to do, and that's fine. And the story is pretty straightforward. Like I said, they create this satellite system to save the world. It's run by the US, but eventually they want to put it so that the world has a part to play in running the Dutch Boy. And of course, crap happens. Now here's the thing with this movie. First of all, the name of the movie is Geostorm, and a geostorm is supposed to be like if a bunch of storms, different types of storms, earthquakes, snow in the wrong place, blizzards, tsunamis, all that crap happens at the same time, it would end up causing like a chain reaction, and a mega storm that would hit the entire world should occur. So that's the idea behind this. I have no idea if the science in that is correct. I didn't bother to look it up. I'm willing to go with it. That's fine. Like The Day After Tomorrow and movies that have that sort of premise, it's fine. I'm willing to just drop that. So good. But first of all, you don't get a geostorm in this movie. I'm spoiling that for you guys right now. You get some weird weather effects in places that shouldn't have that kind of weather. I believe in the trailer they show you where you get snow in Afghanistan, you get a tsunami in Brazil, all this weird stuff happening. You get scenes like that. We never get the geostorm. The first hour of this movie is Gerard Butler and Jim Sturgis. They play brothers. I think one named Jack, and I can't remember the other one's name. And Jack, Gerard Butler's character, he was the one who created the Dutch Boy. So after they fire him, they send him back up into space to figure out why it's malfunctioning. And his brother works for the government here. So basically we have Gerard Butler in space trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and we have his brother here trying to put pieces together. Predictable. Beat for beat, you basically know, if you've seen these type of movies. As a matter of fact, if you've seen most thrillers, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know somebody's sabotaging it. You know the government is somehow involved. You just know there's no surprises in this movie, none whatsoever. They try to give you a so-called twist in the whodunit in the end, and trust me when I say you're gonna figure this thing out halfway through the movie. You're gonna know who's responsible about halfway through. That said, the special effects also, I don't even see a reason to maybe watch it in 3D. It might look more special effecty. I don't know what to say. I just thought the special effects were okay. Again, you could tell what was CG, you know, with the exception of maybe one scene that I thought looked really well, a scene that had to do with NASA and their shuttles. Other than that, everything else, every time they have these storms, every time they have these disasters, the cars look fake. Everything just looks really fake. And for a movie with this level, it's disappointing because Dean Devlin, the director of this movie, is also the director of Independence Day, both 1 and 2. He's the director of Stargate, and he was the director of Godzilla, the shitty one, not the good one. So, I mean, we know this guy knows how to shoot action, but everything here, it happens, and it's never a wow moment. You never really feel like, wow, that look amazing. I got that from San Andreas. I got that from Day After Tomorrow and Armageddon. I don't know. This movie is just, it's just too predictable and it's too ridiculous. And then they're trying to ground it in reality with the whole climate change thing. But the fact of the matter is, the way this movie ends, it's no way. There's no way you just wrap things up that neatly when the entire world was involved and everything would be okay. We live in a world where people get pissed off if you make a joke that is deemed politically incorrect. Can you imagine what would happen if one country was responsible for the mass destruction and deaths in countries all over the world because of a piece of technology that all of them helped create, like fund to create? That's World War III. And I'm supposed to believe that happy ending and everybody go about their way and la-di-da-da-da. I'm sorry, this movie, I've seen sci-fi movies of the week that were more entertaining than Geostorm. And I went into this movie with the hopes that I would get another San Andreas, another Day After Tomorrow, something along those lines. I like these disaster movies. I actually quite enjoy them when they're done right, you know. But no, this movie is just too much stupid. It expects you to just go along with everything that's happening. And first of all, a satellite system of that magnitude, something that could actually control the weather, and I'm supposed to believe that it could be as easily manipulated as it was by one person aboard that space station. One person. A person, by the way, that again, you will figure out who it is pretty quickly. So, Geostorm, I'm giving it a 4, maybe a 4.5 out of 10. It's not a bad film per se. It's an easy way to pass the time, maybe if you're at home and you want to take in one of these apocalyptic type movies. But like I said, it's closer to a sci-fi of the week film with a bigger budget than something like Armageddon. It's just too stupid. And while I don't mind when a movie is stupid, when it's this stupid and it's taking itself this seriously, those two things don't go together. Either you embrace the stupid and you just go along for the ride and you make it fun like Armageddon did, or you just go the serious route like Day After Tomorrow and you enjoy yourself on that level. This movie, no. I would recommend you watch it at home. I wouldn't bother wasting my time seeing it in cinemas. So Geostorm gets a 4.5 out of 10. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So till next time, bye bye.